I teach two things. One, terminology. Two, perspective. One is what? Terminology. These two big words, so if you need help, just put T and P. One, I'm going to teach you terminology. Two is perspective. Money and getting wealthy is not hard, but you got to have the right terminology, and you got to have the right what? Perspective. Let me give you an example. I'm going to show you how tricky it is. See, America tries to trick you with letters and numbers. They want you to think money is hard. So when you hear Schedule A, 501c, 401k, W-2, W-4, 1099, right, 503b, immediately you start thinking, man, I can't remember all these letters and numbers. Well, you know the alphabet, don't you? They put that in a song for you, didn't they? Right? Everybody know the alphabet song, so what make you think money hard just because somebody say I got a 401k? They even trick you. Like you think your 401k is an investment. It's not. That's the tax code. The 401k is not the investment. Wow. That's the tax code. What's in the 401k is what you need to be watching. But we talk just get a 401k and just let that ride out. But then in 2008, when everything crashed, people went from 800,000 to 110,000 in their 401k. So nothing is safe. You got to learn perspective and terminology. What are they? Again? All right, let me give everybody an example, especially the fellas. Ladies, follow me on this. Fellas, in football, if you kick something through the uprights, that's called a what? Field goal. Field goal. How many points is it? 3. Now, in basketball, is there a field goal? No. Yes. Yes, it is. But in basketball, it's how many? 2 points. So let's get this straight, ladies. In basketball, if I shoot a jumper or a little layup, back in the day, I was sweet with it. Don't get it twisted. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Everybody can act like it. Everybody I know can act like it, you know. All right, so, you know, everybody got that imaginary jumper, fellas. Who know what I mean? Boy, but my fadeaway back in the day. Okay, a field goal is how many? 3. See how we already confused? We already confused. In basketball, a field goal is 2. A three-pointer, in basketball, there's a three-pointer. That's not a field goal. But in football, we kick through the uprights, that's field goal. How many points? 3. The problem with most people, they confusing 2 different sports. And they trying to kick field goals on the basketball court with their money. Wow. The problem with most people is they trying to shoot three-pointers on the football field, and they don't understand the difference because they got the wrong perspective and they're using the wrong terminology. See, I just confused a bunch of men who know sports with 3 points and 2 points. But it's 2 different sports, but they both call field goals. But a basketball court does have a three-pointer, but it's not a field goal. It's called a three-pointer. But in football, you kick a field goal for 3 points, but in basketball, it's 2. That's your money situation. 401k, 501c. This stuff is easy once you understand the tax codes and once you understand that taxes is your number 1 expense. What's your number 1 expense? Get the taxes down, change your life. So here's the problem with most Americans. Here's the big deal. Most Americans don't understand this, but they're trained to think like socialists. They're in the wrong game. This is a capitalistic society. So in a capitalistic economy, you can't think like a what? You got to change your what? Perspective. So if nothing else on this sheet, I promise you, by the time we fill this bad boy out, you're going to take this sheet of paper, you're going to take it home, you're going to hand it to your children and grandchildren, and your generational curse can change, or your generational wealth can change just like that from a curse. See, a sin is something you do. A curse is something that's done to you.
Say that again.
See, sin is something you do. A curse is something that's done what? To you. You can pass that on to your children and pass that on to your grandchildren, and that stuff can last forever because we don't know any better. Somebody got to come in and break the what? Break the generational curse. So let's get ready to break the curse. Are y'all ready? Yes. So most people in America don't understand this is a capitalistic society, but people think like what? Socialist. They think like socialists. Let me give you an example. There are 3 types of social economic systems. How many? 3. Now there's more than 3, but I'm going to give you 3 today. Communism is China, former Soviet Union, Russia, Cuba. This is communism. I want you to put communism equals 0 opportunity. How much? 0. These some big words. You can't spell communism like I can. Just put C-O-M-M. We will look up the rest later. So communism is what kind of opportunities? Zero. Socialism equals limited opportunities. Limited opportunities. That's Canada, Sweden, Norway, Denmark. These are socialist countries. What kind of opportunity? Limited. Capitalism, unlimited opportunities. I don't have to give you but one example. Who is that? Good old who? United States. US of A. Unlimited opportunities. The problem is it don't feel like it. We're in the wealthiest country in the world, and a lot of us feel like our opportunities are very what? Limited. You know why? Because we think like socialists. You know why? Because they train you to think like a socialist. Here's how this works. Communism is you have a cow. It's producing milk. I am the government. I come in, take your cow, you milk your cow, and then I sell you your own milk. That's communism. The person with the government run everything. It's your cow, it's now my cow. Why? Because I said so. My gun bigger than yours, my family been in power forever or whatever. Am I right? Yeah. I give you an opportunity to milk the cow, you work, and then I sell you the milk and tell you how much it costs, and it was yours. Wow. That's communism. Socialism is you got 8 cows. I got 2 cows. We got 10 cows. That's socialism. Socialism tries to make the playing field what? Even. So everybody feels the same. Everybody respects each other the same. You didn't have 10 before my little 2. And I definitely didn't have 8 before yours. But together we got 10. And if I help you milk them all, we all feel like we what? The same. That's how America wants you to feel. Capitalism is I got a cow, you got a bull. We make the bull and cow have some babies and see which one of us can get the most money for the milk. We both brought something to the what? But the person that's the smartest going to say, hey, let's have some babies, milk them, and then because I had the bull and you had the cow, let's figure out which one of us can get the most out of it, and the person with the most intelligence is going to win. Wow. Write this down. You think education is expensive? Try ignorance. You think education is expensive? Try ignorance. Ignorance will cost you a fortune. It ain't your education, it's your lack of education that costs you a fortune. Am I making sense?